Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Smackdown. My energy is low. We are in Ireland. The show's ratings are probably going to bomb ass. So I'm fucking excited for this episode. But what you should be excited about is what Michael Cole tells you about in the Ultimate Fan Experience. Comment on this video. Comment on all the videos leading up to the Royal Rumble. And you have a chance to be picked to not only appear in the series, but as well as being able to write, or at least give me a feud to book for the WrestleMania pre-show. WrestleMania is all booked up, but I'll get to something about that in a second, as well as the fact that we have, just more time on the pre-show, so, maybe we'll have a battle royal, but, you can give some guys a WrestleMania payday, so I'll give you the names of who's not being booked currently, and all that shenanigans, and we will cut to that. So yeah, do all that, and besides that, we will be having Samoa Joe, Zack Ryder, Colt Cabana, Mark Henry, Sheamus, and who the fuck else? Oh, Frankie Kazarian all in a 6-man tag, not in the opening, but the next match. And tonight's main event will be Goldust taking on Batista after these two. Goldust called Batista a straight little bitch. And this is honestly, at this point, I'm just going to flat out say, this is make or break for Batista for his WrestleMania match. He'll probably get some kind of WrestleMania match just because he's important to the story with the Dynasty. But this is it. He got so on Superstars, he got a fucking 69 rating. And I'm not going to have him drag a match down that's that important. So, whatever. But it's sink or swim for Batista as he takes on the number one contender, Goldust. So in our opening bout, we had decent reaction, but little heat. The Saviors of Perfection defeat the Hart Dynasty when Damien Sandow defeats David Hart Smith. I didn't want to have them go over the Hart Dynasty, but my SmackDown tag team scene's a little lacking on babyface side. And I also wanted them to get some more pop-ups. So Damien Sandow picks up the win against David Hart Smith. Tyson Kidd is still the GOAT, and again, Tyson Kidd has great things in his future, especially with the company. So we'll see all of that when we see all of that. And next up, we have the 6-man tag, and this kind of ate shit. Who dragged it down? Frankie Kazarian really dragged it down, which is surprising. He's usually not off his game this much. But Colt Cabana, Samoa Joe, and Zack Ryder defeated the team of Sheamus, Mark Henry, and Frankie Kazarian in a 6-man tag team match in 2010 when Zack Ryder defeated Mark Henry with a Zack attack. Well, also, you got to think that we're, in the United Kingdom, so that's going to happen. But yeah, no, all things considered, it's a pretty decent 6-man tag. Next, we have Ted DiBiase Jr. and Dolph Ziggler, Perfect Fortunes, talking to Saviors of Perfection. And they said, you know what? We thought about it, it's the Shield are making our lives on Raw living hell, and you guys have been making our lives living hell on SmackDown. But you know what? We're used to that. We are the Perfect Fortunes. We picked ourselves up. We had ourselves at the precipice of failure. I got, oh, by the way, thanks for that award, Dave Meltzer. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Best match of the year. Even in my defeat, I am a success. Same thing with Ted here. And we're going to show you and the Shield why you shouldn't have stepped up to Perfect Fortunes when at Royal Rumble we face both of you for the tag team champions. You're in the match, buddies. Now fuck off. And they fuck off. And next we have Astrid Dunla and the Coven. They're all around some kind of cauldron doing some spooky shit. And as they do that spooky shit, they're all talking some smack. And then Shawn Michaels comes in and is like, yo, where's Trish Stratus? And they're like, what? And he's like, yeah, I haven't seen Trish Stratus in a bit. AJ Lee's supposed to be off screen, fuck. But yeah, no, Shawn Michaels like, what have you done to Trish Stratus? And we don't know. And he's like, yeah, you're fucking bullshitting me. I'm gonna find out what you did to Trish Stratus. And he walks away. So now we have a mystery on our hands. Or do we? I don't know. And we have a squash match. Alberto Del Rio takes on Xavier Woods. And he submits him with the rolling cross armbar in 12 minutes, just 12 minutes. And that's basically it for that. We have Samoa Joe come out here, and Samoa Joe basically just Sheamus comes up to Samoa Joe, and he just starts beating the fuck out of him, challenging him to a match next week. That rematch that they've said they wanted to have, they are going to have it. So yeah, we can look forward to next week, Sheamus taking on Samoa Joe in a banger of a match. Their last match was pretty good, so hopefully this one is too. Oh no, as I said, I didn't know we had the squash match yet. We have Rey Mysterio and the Child Protection Agency taking on Lord Tensai and the West Virginian Canadian Connection. Rey Mysterio defeats Lord Tensai with a 619 into a frog splash. Lowest performance is Titus O'Neil with a 42. Titus O'Neil always kind of shit, but Make a Difference Hernandez is doing really good, all things considered. So they protect the kids again with the help of Rey Mysterio. I don't know what Lord Tensai and Jinder Mahal Heath Slater would do to kids, but whatever. Hopefully nothing bad. Drew McIntyre cuts a generic promo basically talking about how he has entered himself into the Royal Rumble. At least I assume he's entered into the Royal Rumble. I could be wrong, and I could be bullshitting myself. But he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. He's going to win it all, and, he's kind of taken a back seat in SmackDown recently. But he is going to go to WrestleMania and defeat John Cena, which is his ultimate goal, to win the World Heavyweight Championship. And, oh my god. So in a decent match to end SmackDown, Goldust defeats Batista in 15:54 with pinfall with a snap neck breaker, following John Cena hitting Batista on accident. The one thing I'll give Batista is if I make sure, I believe... No, I didn't... I did the slow build, but I believe it should have went more time, all things considered. Batista with the 72, so I'll be thinking about it. Probably by Royal Rumble time, I know. I'm not going to say what the match is, but Batista has a pretty high-stakes match that he could be involved in that he may have just saved himself from. And after that, Goldust immediately runs out, gets a chair, and he's basically about to start walloping on John Cena when Batista, pissed off that he had to lose to Goldust of all people, runs up, beats up Goldust. John Cena also joins in on the beatdown, probably throws a punch at Batista to scare him off as well. Yeah, and that's how we end SmackDown. I'm kind of running short for time here, so sorry for rushing it. But let's end the show. 87B, alright, that's kind of fun. Not too thrilled with that, but again, the main event really was what led, obviously kind of a letdown, all things considered. But, we'll just see how it goes out. I'll see you guys for the next episode of Fuck Off Taskbar. Taking a bit out of 64 there.